Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob. I'm the Manic Gaming Guy. In today's video, we're going to be playing a little game called beamng. I have created a new map called the Tunnel Map UK, and in this video we're going to be taking a little look into that map. I'm also going to be showing you how to create some high density traffic in the map, as well as show you where to get the map from. But first, before we do that, I need to show you how to make it possible to share your own custom maps. So it's come to that time in every great creator. He wants to share his work with his friends. This is a map I've been working on very recently called the Tunnel. It's a very low graphic rendering map, allowing you to really get the most out of your GPU and have lots of cars spawned in. Obviously, depending on the quality of your PC. Mine's quite a mid-range PC, and I managed to get easy 50 cars and still get 60 frames per second if I'm willing to sacrifice a few settings in the graphics. But none the least is that moment you're thinking, hey, I need to get some friends in on this map. And you go to your files and you share it. Your mate goes, hey, why have you shared me this random island? And you've realized you've made a big boo-boo. Well, no more shall that be. Follow these steps and you'll be able to share your map with anyone around the world. Open up File Explorer. Open up Documents. Open up beamng. Find your latest version, which I have saved to a quick start recommended tip. Currently we're on 0.36. You also then want to find the levels folder. Right click, open new window or tab, however you prefer. I'll let it have two open. And then you'll also find your new map with some files in there. These are your updated files, the corrections you've made to that little island that you started off with. You also then want to go into mods folder. You've probably got your mod unpacked, so go find your mod that is unpacked. Under the sea. Open it up to the point where it reaches the same amount of description. You then want to highlight and drag, and I recommend just copying because you'll still be doing lots of stuff. Hit the replace these files. Now technically, this is everything that you've done and the map is now ready to be played, so you don't need the levels folder anymore. But there's one precautionary thing you need to make sure. When you open up your folder, you should have a map name, then go into a levels folder, and then back into your map name, and then you have your map. If it doesn't do that, it won't work. No. If it just got map name into goods, the beamng game will not find it. It needs to have the word levels in front. So you need to create a levels folder, drag this into it, and then create a new folder with your map name on it, and then drag that levels folder into there. And then you'll end up with this scenario. And then and only then you'll be able to zip and share with your friends. But I do recommend along all these steps to have some backups. So just simply copy this bad boy, open up a new file in your desktop folder somewhere, and then paste it into there, and zip that file. Okay, I'll just do it. So yes, I created a new folder somewhere on my PC. I've then pasted in the new map that I want to work on. I'm going to right click, simply go to compress. If you don't have any compressors, just look on the internet. I think 7Z's the free one, but I just want to zip the file. It's built into Windows 11 these days, so hit that bad boy, let it do its thing. And then with this file, the zip file, you want to go find a media share place on the internet and upload your file and share the link code around. Mine will be jumped onto my Patreon for anyone who wants to support me. There is also a free way to jump on there, and you can get a couple of my maps at the moment. This one will be on the for a free one, but all my big bad boy ones that are taking years to make, it would be nice to get some support, and I'll put some more effort into them and get them finished for you. But as they're so big and so much detail, you can imagine there's a lot of man hours that go into them. So we're just waiting for the zip file to finish now. So also, like, at this point, I could recommend maybe smashing that like button if I've helped you at all, or share with your friends this beautiful video, or, you know, just subscribe, or, I don't know, write a comment about your favorite kitten and what it did that day. Maybe it was drinking milk, and it was like, milk, and you were like, that's a cool cat, I'm going to rub its belly, and the cat was like, yay, belly rub. Anyway, I can't rabble on anymore, let's just skip to this finishing. There we go. Hopefully, get some feedback on this one. Not many people tend to leave me comments, unfortunately. A bit upsetting, but yeah, there we have it. My Patreon now has the tunnel map up, and you can also go download the up and down the UK map, which is another memory-free map that I've made for high traffic that goes around a big city. Feel free to go watch the video in my channel playlist. Yeah, beamng playlist channel stuff. You know what I mean. So yeah, now the map's ready to be shared, and you're going to want to play with some friends. So you'll probably go jump onto beamng and want to have to set up some traffic. So let's talk about all the different traffic options and settings and debugging you can do to make sure you get the traffic that's right for your personality. Because obviously everyone's a bit different. I want really dense traffic that's going at the speed of trafficness. But I am struggling to get him to stay in all 3 lanes, so I do need to work on that. So there is some future updates still for this map. And I'm having lots of fun with this map. I've got plenty of ideas, so I think this one will be getting plenty of updates in the future. So let's talk traffic, shall we? I'll try not to waffle on too much. There's some things to keep in mind. Settings. You can go into gameplay, and you can find your traffic settings down here. This one apparently is set to automatic, even though we won't be using that. Amount of parked vehicles, we don't have parking, that needs to be turned off really. Use smart selection vehicles, don't really need to do that because it's not going to know what map or country we're in, and it hasn't got the right vehicles, so we're going to be using a mod for that. Use simplified vehicles, well, we're not even going to be, well yes, we do want simplified vehicles, but I wish you could choose the vehicles you want in your traffic. There is ways where you can spawn them in, which I am going to be doing later, but it's not going to be using simplified traffic. Well, one of it does it when it spawns it back around again. Probably doesn't, but anyway, let's move on. There's the settings you can change there. Like I said, we're not really using most of them anyway, but if you were going to, you'd do that. Now this thing, this UI, you click on here, go to UI apps, click on add apps, go up to here, start typing in traffic, and you'll see one here. That's the one you want to be adding. It's not added 2 of them, it's added 2 of them. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah, so you've got a traffic app here. It's okay, I use it for setting the speed limit and the rate, playing the traffic and bits like that. I don't use it for the spawning of the cars because I like to use a mod. Come on, mod, pop up. Oh yeah, there it is. Agent traffic tool. It's a simplified, realistic simplified traffic. They're doing a really good job out there. Thumbs up to them. I use this for spawning the amount of cars I want. If I was just doing cars and I was running low graphics, I can do 50 on this map pretty easily. It's quite a lot of cars, I think. But for this demonstration, to help things go a bit smoother and faster, I'm just going to do, let's say, 15 cars, and I'm going to spawn some other cars in as well manually. But let's do we need to worry about any of this? Not really. No, let's just hit. Or do we? Okay, I'm not too sure if this one overrides it or not, so just to be careful, you can play around with this stuff first. Spawn rate, I tend to have crank this down a little bit. I've got very long roads, and reason being I'll talk about later when we open up the map editor and debug. Aggressive, AI aggressiveness. I do muck about with this. If you put it up a lot, I think you're going to get a lot of rear ending. So I tend to try and keep them a bit more calm. This map personally is only done in 3 separate lanes. I need to work out a way to make it more lanes, but beamng keeps being weird. So when I figure that out, I will convert it to 3 lanes, hopefully properly in the future. Fingers crossed. But yeah, we're just going to spawn the traffic now. Boom, there you have it. There's the 15 cars all in a nice straight line. I don't know why they don't choose to use other lanes. And they also got a problem at the moment where they like to spawn the left lane and the right lane, and they tend to leave the middle lane right open, which is definitely not realistic whatsoever. So that hurts my head a little bit. Now, I don't know about you, but on my motorways, there's normally a lot of lorries and vans and stuff, not just small cars. So for an added extra bonus, I like to add in some beamng cars. I'll go into the vehicles, and the ones we're going to be looking at, it's adding in some white vans, because they look cool. So you can, you know, add a white van in or two. There's also more tricks to come. Keep watching, guys. More tricks to come. There's a good one coming up soon. Right, these ones, I like to add some of these in. These look quite cool. Let's just throw in this thing. No, let's throw in this thing. Why not? The one from the picture. Which also makes the traffic look a bit more realistic. And the main one, which you definitely go see on the motorways, is obviously the T-Series. We want some haulage going on, don't we? Because also, I would like to add long vehicles because it helps make the traffic feel more dense. The only problem is you've got to be careful with these ones, which really winds me up, is they take the time getting up to speed, which is also one of the reasons I would set my spawn ratio down if you're doing something like this. The rate that the cars come into the game or whatever. So that you don't end up with just huge piles of cars. There's a huge traffic jam waiting for these guys to get up to speed, and by the time you pass them and they've respawned, it just keeps ongoing slaughter of just slow carness. Now they'll carry on adding some more of these in. Yes, there's also one more random cheeky spawning traffic thing you can do if you're doing these manually. And if you say you wanted lots of these blue vans, you didn't want to have to keep putting it in by hand one at a time, use the world editor. You can grab these bad boys and copy and paste them. Give it a few seconds because it is still spawning another car. It will freak out a little bit, but just respawn it in. And now you've got 2 of them. And say you wanted 4 of them, you can easily, I don't know, grab them like that and copy and paste. Now it's not, okay, let it free. It's got spawning 2 cars now. And there you go. Now you've got 4 of those cars. How cool is that? Quick and easy spawning, even card tips. Which tends to be something I tend to do with the vans and the lorries. But the only thing about the vans and the lorries, I'm not too sure if they will change their colours enough to be a different variety. I'm hoping that maybe when this beamng one comes in, it has a different logo on. That'd be quite cool. But now we've got 15 cars plus how many more lorries and stuff I spawned in. We can also, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here, messing up things. Come out of world editor, go into options, go to the graphics, scroll down, check our frames per second. If you're running a wheel like I am, you never want to be below 60 frames per second because the wheel uses the input from the game to register what the car's doing. If you're getting too low frames per second, it won't read all the input coming out of your controller, and therefore you'll be missing some inputs and it might just crash you. Right, so there's lots of cars. I'm going to sort out their speed now, so I like to set this to 300. They won't do 300. The game at the moment caps them at about 115 kilometers an hour, so what, about 70 something miles per hour. Spawn ratio, I'm going to crack that down to 6, give that a go. Risk, we'll leave it at 3. Like I said, when I've got more lanes, I think that's when you can probably bump up the risk and you get a bit more realistic traffic. I was messing about with taking off the awareness because the cars braked when you cut them up a little bit, which is kind of realistic, kind of not. It was doing my tree in, so I turned it off, but then I think I was getting more rear ends. But there's lots of playing about I was doing. You have to just copy this video and do your own trial and error and try and find your best settings. And hopefully in the future I'll find the best settings for this map and I'll share along with you. But anyway, let's push play and let's see what happens with this traffic. I imagine they'll all just go crash into each other because I spawned them in manually. And yeah, go. Yep, cut them up. Yeah, lovely. Good stuff, guys. I don't think you're already in a lane. Why do you need to come out of it? I do not know. But anyway, more tips for you. So we go back into World Editor and we're going to go into now the debug mode. There we go. And these are some more toys for you to play with. Now, these aren't permanent. You can do these and then go carry on playing the game. But once you've reloaded the game, anything you do here will just disappear and not be a thing. But basically, you can alter the variables, and then I'm pretty sure hit the scutter traffic, and it will respawn all it in, and you can see them get up to speeds, which is one of the reasons I show you this, because they normally stop about 50 kilometers an hour, 60 kilometers an hour, which you don't want on a motorway. That's not realistic. You want to do easy 70 to 100, depending how law-abiding they are. But yeah, here's one now hitting 115 kilometers an hour. Yeah, and it's maxed out there. And spawn ratio rateness, if I had it high when I'm going along, they're spawning them in really quick. Like the guys behind me now will just despawn, and it'll be throwing some more in front of me or some more behind me as I go along, get further away from other cars. And if I hit the scutter trafficness, let's see, put some on the other side, it spawns them quite far away from me. So when I'm coming in, it spawns them far away, and I like that because it gives them a chance to try and get up to speed, because then we've got some slow vehicles, we need that. Hence why I also want multiple lanes, because then the faster cars will just overtake the slower vehicles, hopefully. Scutter, don't need to park vehicles, all that stuff's cool. Active vehicles 28, so we've got 28 running at the moment, which is pretty normal. And I'm hitting 60 frames per second, so I can run all this traffic and drive a car around here pretty happy as Larry, and you know, I won't have any major issues. So that is setting up the intense traffic. So we have a little race, give it a bit of a bash, shall we? See if it's any good, the settings we got. It's at this time of the video, it would be nice if you hit the like button, or even subscribed if you haven't already. Love ya! What vehicle do we pick? Now I have been choosing some ridiculously fast cars, this has been quite a good giggle, but I did think earlier on, would it be fun in one of these? Would it be possible? I don't know how much horsepower they've got, what's their sort of top end? I don't really know. 72 miles an hour, so you would struggle to even overtake any other cars. You could do... what's your top speed? What's your top speed, mate? Where's the top? 108 miles an hour, so that's a bit better. Let's go for it. Let's try this little guy. Spawn new. Let's have a little race. Alright, here we go then. This should be rather interesting. Hope you can hear me okay. Oh, I've got this. One sec. Just realised the audio on the desktop was really loud, and you might not be able to hear me, and I think it's still really loud. Hopefully that's better. Okay, I don't want to cut too much. Let's go. Did I not just change gear then? I hurt the car by revving it. Okay, here we go. Lights on. It's not too bad. It's nippy enough. Some cars are already crashed. Quite a common theme to see. Proper red line in it. I don't know if that's meant for this car or not, but here we go. All cars parked on the left. But it's okay. Once you get going, the cars stop doing that as much. Once you've played the game for 10 minutes, you give the cars a good chance to cycle through. Doing top speed here, guys. It gets a bit more interesting. It really does. But yeah, all I need to do is sort out this lane issue where they keep spawning on the left and right, and it'll be a little bit more entertaining. But I don't always do it. You do get moments of glory, I promise you. Here's a new addition I'm working on, some road works. I'm going to try and get those lights flashing, the arrows and that. Maybe some flashing lights on top of these cones. And that'll be quite interesting to see. I've got to try and keep it low frames per second though, so it won't be high quality road works. It's something to go for it. Yeah. Just something so we can reduce the lanes to 2 lanes, make it a bit more tricky once in a while. I'm normally doing 200 miles an hour down this road, or 180-ish. It's a bit of a breeze when you're doing 108. I suppose changing settings, get to know them, is quite important if you want to get the most out of the car that you're trying to use at the time. Oh, there's a car in the middle lane. What's he doing there? Didn't barely see him. So what's happening is where I've got the respawn ratio quite low, they're not disappearing. There's still lots of cars. There's still a fair few cars, but they're mostly deciding to stay in range of my car, so they're not deciding to go anywhere. Oh, tight gap, we got this. Yeah. Hence why the traffic's a bit thin. When you're in fast cars at this sort of ratio, you tend to leave cars at the dust, so they do get a chance to spawn back in. If you had a super high PC, you can run, I don't know, a couple thousand cars. I think that's the way to go. Try and work out how to put a set of course of traffic in, because they manage to do traffic, so why can't we? Our computers can handle more traffic than this. I guess it's still the crash physics, isn't it? It'd be nice if the traffic was a little bit more dense. But tell you the truth, if they just decided to not spawn left and right so much, I probably wouldn't feel as bad, because I don't mind this sort of separation. If it's late night traffic, where you would normally do these sort of runs, not a problem. Now, I'm going to keep driving until I crash. I don't think I'm going to crash, so I think we're going to do a whole loop of this place. Let's see how long it takes to do when you're doing only 106 miles an hour. Well, because we get a faster car. Tell you what, let's get a faster car. I'm going to put a new spawn point over here, and get a new car. Now, here we go. Here's a naughty one for you. This guy's a beast. Let's give it some. Oh. And try not to crash. You're going to think, oh, there's barely any traffic before. Yeah, well, we're going to be almost twice as speed as before. And there is still corners to be wary of. No! He's done it straight away. He's crashed. It took seconds, and look at that traffic built up. See, a bit more speed of this ratio is kind of what you need. Right, let's do it. Let's lock in. Don't forget there's a corner this time. We got it. Locked in. Oh, on the brakes. No, that's the traffic I made before. No, I forget, of course. So yeah, obviously the spawn ratio is so low now that the traffic in crashes you cause down the road is still going to be there. So yeah, keep that in mind. So maybe we'll get past the traffic and then we'll start booting it like a madman. Like we just stole this £2 million car. No, turn. Okay, and on the brakes. Remember, you crashed it not long ago. Okay, let's go. On the speed. Let's see, now we get some midway traffic. Okay, there's... I have made it so the map has bigger visibility. Whoa! It's all good. I meant to do that. It's all good. That's all part of the show, people. All part of the show. Yeah, I don't think this car's got traction. Well, not much of it anyway. On the brakies. Right, now we need... Now we mean business. Here we go. Now we're getting some traffic. Now we're leaving some of it behind. It's not keeping up with us. We can actually lose the traffic. Oh my god. The problem is that it's the car. It's very sketchy. Hey, that's not very fair.
Please dance with me.
That's not very fair. It's tall, sir. Oh, just wait, okay? Just wait. Just wait. It's all good. We're off, alright? Let's go. I also added some of the reverb to the tunnel. I don't think it's in this part of the map. I worked that out, so that's happy days. I need to add it to the rest of the tunnel. It really does help with the submersiveness. Where's the downfall? Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Where's my car gone? Okay, well, yeah, that happens. Okay, here we go. High speed, traffic runs, not a problem. Just careful corners. Oh, careful that backhand. Oh my! It just kicks you. Just, hey, do you want to kick it? You want to kick it in the nuts? Oh, what do you mean? Here you go. You're just lost. Oh, what lane have I got? What lane have I got? Come on, hold in that grip. Understeers, man. It understeers. Here we go. Speed. Straight line speed is juicy. Oh, what the? The gearing is so short. I think it needs some longer gearing in this car. There's only 6 gears. Nip it. Sound. Is that a corner coming up? That's a corner coming up. I bet I'm going to get rid of the fog. I thought fog made it look better. I think fog's maybe making it harder to see things. Is that... Oh, no! Okay. Speed! Let's do this. I've got to brake before corners! Man, this thing is, it is a car. That's for sure. I just want to show you the rest of the map. It's just like the Root Boy version of a hypercar, man. It's just insane. No wonder why people die a lot on these things. I'm not sure what the flashes are, by the way, people. I need to look into that. It's quite irritating when it does happen. It doesn't always happen, so I'll work it out. On the brakes. On the power. On the brakes. I'm too scared to go into anything fast. You just, as soon as you hit a corner, it's just like, oh, that grip you had, no more. Want to put some power down to counter steer the understeer? Oh yeah, bad idea. That's just going to spin you, sir. There we go. Well, you want to put some brakes on while you're trying to turn that? Oh no, that's going to add even more understeer. Your best hope. It's just a prey. Ouch. What was he doing? Guess who won, mate? Guess who won? Yeah? Sitting like that, I can respawn. Yeah. Yeah, see you later. I wonder how far around we've got. It's a very long road. It's in a big loop with a few bendy winds and a few straighty woos. I think every time I change gear, it makes the screen flash. That's a bit strange. Can't be. No, that's a car. I didn't see him there. I thought I was fine. I think that's it. You know, I think I go around this bend and I'm back on my home straight. Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's all right. You can keep driving. You can keep jumping. Oh. Hey, look, he's still there. He's still there. Well, that's it, people. If you want to have a go on this map, feel free to jump over to my Patreon. I might even see if it's small enough to fit on beamng repository. If that's a thing, I will do that. I do have a lot of my automation cars on there. Automation. That's something I should maybe jump back onto doing. Build an automation car that can do ridiculous speeds and handling around this map. That's definitely got to happen. Keep it real, stay safe, and share that love. Bye-bye.